Thank you, Minister. We'll start with Ms. Kusie, please, for 6 minutes, please.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Minister, for being here today. Minister, as you indicated in your opening remarks, on October 4th of this year, the Globe and Mail reported that there were numerous contracting discrepancies between Bottler AI, GC Strategies, Dalian and Coratics, and the CBSA, resulting in a criminal investigation. These alleged activities included collusion, fraud, identity theft, forged resumes, and fraudulent contracting. How do you, as the Minister of Procurement, account for this lack of oversight and this criminal investigation?
Thank you. And let me be clear from the start. The Butler AI contract to which you correctly allude has nothing to do with ArriveCAN. It is a contract that was undertaken for other purposes. Now, it is totally appropriate that the RCMP is investigating the important allegations of misconduct in this contract. I understand this is under the purview of CBSA, the Canadian Border Services Agency, and we have confidence that they are going to do their due diligence in digging into this important matter.
So you are trying to shirk responsibility here today with this committee, indicating that this had nothing to do with the ArriveCAN investigation that we are currently undergoing at this committee, that this committee is seized with. And yet, this GC Strategies, which we have found was involved in the building of ArriveCAN, which received $11 million for sending a few emails over LinkedIn to other companies, is still being used. This company that's being investigated in a criminal investigation by the RCMP is still being used across government. You, as the procurement minister, you have the authority to stop the use of this company, which is being criminally investigated across government. And yet you're refusing to do so. You're allowing other departments under the purview of procurement to use GC Strategies, a company that is under criminal investigation. How do you respond to that, Minister, that you do not eliminate the use of GC Strategies across government as you have the purview to do?
Very good. So first, a clarification, and second, an explanation. The clarification is around Butler AI. As we've just mentioned, the contract to Butler AI had nothing to do with ArriveCAN. I think it's important to repeat that because as members of the committee, you have the right to understand the matters and the facts. In terms of clarification, I will turn to my officials who are experts in the clear understanding of the allocation of contractual authorities, financial authorities, and actual implementation of monitoring of the contracts themselves. So I'll ask Minister.
I don't think we want to hear from the authorities. I think Canadians want to hear from you that you will take responsibility for the use of this company, which is still being allowed to be used across government. This is just completely unacceptable. I'll give you some more information, Minister, and perhaps you'll have a better response for Canadians with this. GC Strategies reached out to the CBSA to create a relationship to sell Bottler AI's technology and help them fulfill their obligations under C65. So let's make the connection. GC Strategies that was used with the ArriveCAN app is also being used within this contract. Instead of directly paying GC Strategies, the company they were in communication with, the CBSA instead decided to pay Dalian and Coratics to pay GC Strategies to pay Bottler through an existing contract. This contract was valued at $21.2 million and was Informatics professional services and was also used, Minister, for ArriveCAN. Does this contracting process concern you at all? And if it does, what are you doing about it right now for Canadians? This should be very concerning for you. This has seized meeting upon meeting of Government Operations Committee. So please share with Canadians what actions you are taking right now today to ensure that we never have another RCMP investigation to this level of potential fraud with the government ever again. Thank you, Minister.
Good. I think, again, all members of this committee expect and deserve information, clear information on what took place. And again, I want to point out that the matter under investigation by the RCMP is a matter of the contractual use of Butler AI on matters that had nothing to do with ArriveCAN. Now, this is still an important matter that has been put to the attention of CBSA, and on what we can do within this department, I'll turn to Deputy Minister Reza.
Again, Minister, I appreciate you doing that, but again, I think Canadians want to hear from you as the accountable minister here today. And I'm going to conclude, Chair, with this final question. You may also, Minister, be aware that we have had senior public officials in this committee lie to this committee and lie to Canadians, and that's completely unacceptable. So I want you to ask you, do you approve of your subordinates lying to this committee and lying to Canadians, Minister?
Again, I think we all want to be honest and clear to Canadians.
They were not, so I hope you can. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I'm obviously, I don't want to control how this committee works. I'm there to serve and to provide appropriate information for the important work that you do. But when we hear that these are my subordinates, I'm sorry, but I'm not the minister of CBSA. I would like to be the minister of everything. My responsibility is to be minister of PSPC, and I have great officials with me who will be able and very pleased to provide you with the important information and clarity of information that you deserve in this particular committee. They are there for you.
Thanks, Minister.
Procurement reports to you, Minister. Thank you, Chair.
We'll now
I think
go to
that's
Mr.
my
Baines
time.
for 6 minutes, please. Go ahead.